Hello everyone and welcome to Brave Soul's Utility Guide. This time I'm covering Kisuke. I know I was gonna cover Squad 5 this week, but I kind of have to do this in a hurry because I won't be able to cover Squad 5 until next week. So we're gonna go ahead and do Kisuke since there's only 10 of him. I know he's technically a former member of Squad 12, and some of these characters you will see again when I cover Squad 12, but there's enough of them that I can kind of make a shorter one on him alone. And then include the few that are on Squad 12 in that video when that comes to it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you haven't seen this is basically it's not a tier list or anything like that. I just put a character where I think they excel at in an effort to help out people who are coming back to the game or who have not played the game for very long and are fairly new to it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're starting with the Frenzy version of Kisuke, character you can get out of the Frenzy tickets. He's not that great, honestly. He's not a good character. His stats aren't high. He doesn't have the best abilities, but he does have two very useful links when it comes to gathering resources, because he increases the amount of crystals and jewels that drop, as well as money. So I would advise keeping one or two of them just for that reason, because he is a good link. But other than that, he's not really good for anything else. So we're going to go ahead and drop him in there real quick. Boop. There we go. Next, we're going to actually skip over Christmas Kisuke for a bit and talk about the past version of Kisuke. And I'll get to why in a bit. But the past version of Kisuke is not great. He's not a good character. He's got a crystal drop link of 17%. And when he gets resurrected, he's got a 10% strong attack recharge link, which is nice. But the character himself is not that great. He has bombardment, so they didn't give him frenzy. They did improve his bruiser a little bit when he got resurrected, but overall, he's not a good character, so he's really only useful for orbs and link when you really need to grind out some jewels or crystals. So we're going to put him down here as well. Next up, we have the Christmas version of Kisuke. We're going to go back to him. The reason I wanted to wait for him is because he's kind of a copy and paste of the past version of Kisuke, except he is better. His link is exactly the same. He's got a crystal drop rate link, and when he gets resurrected, he's got a strong attack recharge link. Only this guy's got frenzy, and one of his strong attacks is different. He is better than the past version of Kisuke, but at the end of the day, he's also only useful as a link and orbs. Though, like I said, if you really need to use him, he is the better one to use. So we're going to put him down here as well. Next up, we have the Mind version of Kisuke, the original Mind version of Kisuke. Unfortunately, I was super excited for this character when he first came out because, you know, it's Kisuke, he's my favorite character, but he kind of got shafted when he got resurrected, or I guess when he got 6-star and then resurrected. He doesn't have a good killer, he has bombardment instead of frenzy. He's just not a good character, unfortunately. Like, he can deal a lot of damage with his special, and it does inflict burn, but that's all he has, and he only has one of those specials, unless he gets into Soul Bomb. So sadly, he's really only good for orbs and links only. We're going to put him down here as well. Alright, next up we have the movie version of Kisuke, who was a happy little surprise for me because I wasn't expecting him, but we ended up getting him, so I was, you know, it was a happy surprise. He's my favorite character, so I was glad to see another version of him. Wow, is he the only power Kisuke we have? That's crazy. Anyway, he's got a really high attack. He's also got Bruiser at 50%. He's got a boosted heal link of 25%, so he'll heal from area to area. It actually makes him a decent auto-ward, though he's not a fast auto-ward because his normal attack doesn't pierce. Still, his strong attacks 1 and 3 can inflict paralysis, and like I said, he can heal between areas. I am going to put him under versus bosses because he can heal between bosses if he's up against several bosses in like Senkaimon or a boss rush. But I'm going to put him on the lower end because he's not that great. He's just better than average at dealing with bosses. Plus, he's got the paralysis going for him as well. Next up, we have the Cacao Society version of Kisuke. I really like this character. He's got a boost move strong attack 2, and he can deal debilitating paralysis on basically everything except for that strong attack 2. He's got a heal, boosted heal link, just like the movie version of Kisuke. He's also a really fairly decent character for autoing, because his attack gets boosted with his boost move, so does his defense, and he heals himself. He's also a good link for anyone you're autoing with. But he can actually get autoing done himself as well. He's a good support character because of that boost move, and he's decent against bosses because of that boost move, that heal link, that paralysis. Yeah, he's just a good character, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Next up, we have the manga version of Kisuke, and this guy's actually a little harder to kind of place because he's not a fast character. He can't deal a significant amount of damage. He doesn't have any particular great thing against bosses, but his special does give him and any party member the ability to revive. So I am going to put him under versus bosses because if not just him, anyone in the party can, anyone in his team can revive. It is going to be a good character to take against bosses, even if the character himself is not particularly good against those bosses. I'm also going to put him under support because, I mean, that's the ultimate support move, is being able to bring back people from the dead. And while the character himself is not good for autoing, I am going to put him down here because of that same ability. You can kind of have two good characters for autoing, him in the front, start off with a special, and let it go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and put him there as well. Kind of weird reasons to put him in these areas, but it is what it is. He is still a good character, though, you know, relatively slow when it comes to dealing damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of him up there. Alright, next up we have the second pass version of Kisuke that we ended up getting in this game. This guy's got a high SP, he's got Frenzy, he's ranged, he's got a strong attack 3 that's very, very likely to inflict paralysis, though it's not debilitating, but thanks to that disabler ability, it's pretty likely that you're going to inflict paralysis with that strong attack. His strong attack 2 has a 160 mag, so it's going to deal a lot of damage at close range, and because that strong attack 3 is likely to paralyze, you can deal a lot of damage that way. His special is guaranteed to inflict weakening, but again, this guy doesn't have this debilitator, so it's any status summon he inflicts is not going to last very long. Overall, he's a fairly decent character to go up against with bosses because you can paralyze him almost consistently with that strong attack 3, and then inflict a lot of damage with your strong attack 2. So I am gonna put him there, but I think I'm gonna put him on the lower end because he's decent up against them, but you know, not the best. And that's pretty much it. He is a good character, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't excel at anything other than maybe taking out a boss if you really need to. Now moving on to the Can't Fear Your Own World version of Kisuke. I really like this character. He's got a charge move, strong attack 3, and the other two strong attacks he have really good range and can deal a lot of damage thanks to his Berserker at 40, and his Frenzy. So he's going to deal a lot of damage with his strong attacks, fully charged or not. I'm going to put him under high damage because he has that charge move. It hits incredibly hard. I'm also going to put him on the clear time. He does have that charge move that slows him down a little bit, but the other strong attacks have such good range and deal a lot of damage that you can actually clear quests pretty quickly with this guy. Plus, having Bruiser at 50 means his normal attacks are also going to deal quite a bit of damage, and having that instant kill special is definitely going to save some time in a boss if you get them, you know, instant killed. I'm also going to put him under versus bosses for that reason, because you can hit him hard with the charge move and instant kill them with the instant kill move. So he's going to go there. Finally, we have the Fierce Battle version of Kisuke, who is the latest one to come out. This guy is ridiculous. He's got a really high attack as well as a plus 40 Bruiser and a plus 20 Natlink and Flurry. So he's going to deal a ton of damage with his normal attack. He's ranged. He's got a barrier move, strong attack 2. He's got guard break. Honestly, he's just an insanely good character to auto with. So he's definitely going to go on the autoing area. And I'm also going to put him under clear time. He's not... Normally, normal attacking characters aren't best for clear time because they only rely on their normal attacks and they don't have as much range as their strong attacks. But this guy is going under clear time because he can clear a quest when autoing very, very quickly because of that guard break. Obviously, there are other characters even on this list that are not under clear time that can clear it faster, but if you're autoing, this guy is a really good character for that, so I'm going to put him under there as well. I'm also going to put him under versus bosses because he does have that barrier and high attack normal attack, so we're going to put him there, and I'm going to put him under support for that same reason because of the barrier. So it's just a really good character to have. Honestly, he's also decent in PvP, but I guess I can put him on the lower end in PvP, but there are definitely better characters for that. He's just an option if you wish to have him. But yeah, screw it, I'm gonna go ahead and put him in high damage as well. It's my video, I can do what I want. Yeah, and he can deal a lot of damage with that normal attack, so that goes there as well. But yeah, wow, this guy was in every single category, because PvE only counts if none other gets filled, but they're still good in PvP. Wow, this guy fits everything. Way to go, Kisuke. Anyway, that's the video, you guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry this one's a bit shorter than others. Like I said, it was supposed to be Squad 5, but I have to kind of wrap this up pretty quickly because I've got things to do today. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.